What is going on, guys? Today we're going to be talking about how to scale your business without losing the quality of service and the quality of rendering that you give to your customers. Hey, what's going on, guys? Henry Kaminski here, the brand doctor, with another video about how to build a profitable and reputable personal brand. If you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, hit that subscribe button. Make sure you tick off that little bell to make sure that you get updated every time we put out a new video, which is about 3 times a week at this point. Now, today I want to talk about the topic of scaling your business without losing the quality that comes with the service that you provide. So I recently got a question handed to me through a Facebook group that I belong to. And the question goes like this. I've been running my marketing agency full-time since February, but I'm currently dealing with trying to scale by taking on more clients. I have an opportunity now to potentially take on a client for video production, but they're looking for somebody 3 to 4 times a week, multiple hours at a time. So as it is, my time can't stretch for that kind of commitment based on the amount of work that I have. However, my goal is to take on the job under my business umbrella and hire somebody to do hands-on production work. Have you had similar problems like this in your own business and experience? And what strategy have you used to implement a workflow? So that is a great question, by the way, and you are not alone when it comes to figuring out how to scale and grow. So here's a couple of things that I will share with you personally that has helped me scale my business exponentially. Okay, so one of the things I will tell you is this. Me personally, my reputation and the quality of work that I deliver far exceeds anything else that I hold as valuable in my business. So I will not take on work that I cannot afford to do with the level of quality that I expect out of my own self and out of my team. So when I get these big projects proposed, if I'm able to take them on, I take them on. If I'm not able to take them on, I have a network. I have a huge network of individuals that I could send this client to and have them do the work and then get a referral fee from that network individual, and I'm making money without doing any of the work. But I always set that up front. Like I always set that expectation up front. So if somebody comes to me with a big job, I'll say, listen, I'm not able to handle this right now, but I think this person can, and their agency is fantastic. I've worked with them before. Or I could say something along the lines of, I haven't worked with them personally before, but I know people that have and had gotten great results from them. So here you go. But before I do that, I will reach out to that company and say, hey, listen, I have a potential client for you. Do you guys do any sort of referral fees or incentives for anybody that brings you new work? And sometimes they have a referral partner, program, or they'll ask me a question like, yeah, I mean, we don't have anything like official, but what would you think is a good, percentage to give you? And listen, I'm not trying to be greedy here. I typically say, 10% of the project would be fair to me. And if it's ongoing, then 10% ongoing. Say it's a monthly subscription or something like that. So long as the person stays in your program, every month I'll get 10% of that sale, right? And 9 times out of 10, they're like, oh my God, that's plenty. Right? And then we do that work. The other thing that I will do is this. If I'm able to take on this project, one of the things that I must do and reiterate to all of you guys is you got to have a process in place to be able to take on that kind of work. Because if you do not have a system and process in place, you're going to hit a lot of bumps along the road and you're going to get your, kicked in. I've done this a couple of times in the past and I got my ass handed to me. And I don't want to see that happen. The one time I had to refund upwards of $40,000 because it was two separate clients. I was in over my head. I couldn't fulfill the project as I should. And it went to hell in a handbasket. So I said, the best thing that I could do is to just give them their money back. And I took a huge hit. So I gave them their money back, plus all the money I initially spent on my team to do the job. So it was pretty awful. Okay. So I don't want you to see, I don't want you to make that same mistake. All right. So here's some things that I would do. I'll get a little granular here. When it comes to building out your system. Now, I've spent countless hours figuring out how to build my system out and spent upwards of $25,000 in hiring a consultant to come in and actually build it out for me, or at least get me the framework to build it out. And then I went in and sort of filled in where things were cracking and things were kind of slipping through. I went in and tidied all of that up over time. But what this consultant basically did was come in, and this was like 3 months worth of work. So it was a bit tedious for me because I am not a system and processes guy. You know, I'm a doer. I'm a go get 'em type of mentality. But this had humbled me. You know, this experience of having to give back all that money and having disgruntled clients really humbled me, and I saw the value in having proper systems in place. So what the consultant did was he came in, and we did this all virtually via Zoom conference, and he literally helped me map out step by step as to what happens after a client gives me money. So I literally told him the step-by-step process, and he literally mapped this out in a Google document, okay? Line by line by line by line. And at the end of that process, he knew exactly what a client goes through from the minute they send over a payment to the minute they get their final product, right? And we saw a lot of, as I verbalized that process, I saw a lot of leaks. And I was like, wow, had I not taken the time to do all of this, I probably would be making the same mistakes today. So what we did was we mapped it all out, and then we found a project management platform that best suited me and the way my logical brain thinks, right? There's so many project management softwares out there. There's Monday.com, there's Trello, there's Basecamp, there's Asana. We dabbled in Asana a little bit, and I just wasn't picking up on the workflow too much. It was a little too much for me. A lot of people swear by Asana. They love Asana. Listen, to each his own, you know, but Basecamp was an awesome platform for me because I was able to really massage it and tailor the process to the razor sharp. I was able to tailor Basecamp to exactly how I wanted to do it. And I really wanted to do it in like a checklist format. So I knew once this was done, it was checked off the list. And once there was nothing left on the checklist, we knew that the project was done, right? There's other platforms that could do it that way too, but Basecamp seemed the simplest for me. My team was very familiar with Basecamp, and we were able to use this process over the past 4.5 years, and it's just been phenomenal. It saves a tremendous amount of time. Our clients get the results that they're looking for at the end of the day. They're impressed by the process. It is like taking a car through a car wash, and we've revised it and refined it to the point now where it is a seamless process. So that is what I would basically suggest to you guys, is to either hire somebody to help you do it or take some time to literally map out the process from when someone gives you money to the time you're done with the project, and look at every single tedious thing that gets done in between that and create a process for it. And then what will happen is it'll be much more easier for you to hire somebody to help you execute that, because you will just have to explain the process to them and have them go through the process And there you have it. It replaces you from having to do all the work yourself. So I can get into all of how to hire somebody and all of that, but that's a topic for another video. But that is what is going to help you tremendously scale and replace yourself. You know, a lot of times when I think back when I was building my agency and scaling it and growing it by hiring different people, before I had my process, it was horrible because I would hire these people, but there was no process for them to follow. There was no standard operating procedure. So it was like I was hand-holding them every single step of the way. And I was getting frustrated because I was saying, well, what the hell am I hiring them for? I might as well do it myself, right? But that is a trap. And so what I realized was I needed to formulate the process and build out the process. Then I could hire somebody and bring them through the process. And all I did was I created these training videos. And every time I onboarded a new team member, I said, watch these 3 videos. It's going to explain exactly how to go through this process. They watched the videos, and then they came back to me and said, Henry, we watched the videos. We're ready to take on our first project. And then we would go. And it was such a breath of fresh air after doing all of that. So that is how to scale. And some of the things that I found to be hiccups along the way, but was able to bounce back and really put in the time to build this out. Because I'm telling you right now, if you don't, it's going to be really tough to scale, and you will not be able to get to the 6, 7-figure, 8-figure, 9-figure level because you're going to be like slapping things together and things are going to be very, disorganized. And it's going to be a huge headache, just a huge headache. So I hope you found this video valuable. If you have any questions or follow-up questions, concerns, drop them in the comments below. If you haven't checked out this video, I highly recommend you check out this video next. It is going to help you tremendously level up your game and really help you build a profitable and reputable personal brand and business around what it is that you do. So have an amazing day, guys, and I'll catch you on the next video soon. Take care.